are live recording this right now. It is Tuesday, December 16th, NFL Week 16 preview show. Dylan is here, and if you're watching on the YouTube channel, are you shocked? Are you surprised?
Is this a two-man show now? A little pick and roll?
Yeah.
No three-man weave?
Now you're speaking my language. Well, it used to be a three-man weave. Now it's a pick and roll. Now we're running a two-man game.
This is, I hated a three-man weave. When I was a kid playing basketball, I was never very good at basketball. I just never, we never understood. You were asking, 8-year-old kids to follow this intricate sort of move?
It's so simple. What do you mean?
I vividly remember we spent 15 minutes one practice just figuring out the three-man weave. And the coach was getting so mad.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
When you played basketball and when you scored, did the entire crowd go, yay?
I was not scoring very much, Carter. I was not seeing much of the. I remember. I see what you're doing. we are highly regarded podcasters in this area. I understand.
Yeah, regarded.
Yeah, highly regarded. I remember getting the call that I made the B team, and I was excited because I didn't know the concept of A and B team. I was in 4th grade.
Were you tall though growing up?
My I don't remember being abnormally tall. No, I was always younger for my grades. Like I graduated high school at 17. I started early, so I was
13.
I was 13 as a freshman in high school for a little bit. So I was younger, so I was kind of behind in that sense. That's why I was so good at golf. You don't need to be, physically matured to be good at golf. You can be good at golf. You can be short guy, tall guy, fat guy, skinny guy. John Daly, Scotty Scheffler.
That's one of my bigger regrets is not playing more golf. I mean, I know everybody says that, like, oh, I wish I would have played golf. But I actually had the chance to do it, and I was like, no, golf's lame. I'm going to go play basketball as a 6-foot white dude.
There is a growing coalition of people that I went to high school with that play golf now, that played football. Because that's, I don't know what it is in North Carolina, but because some states are different. In Ohio, it was a fall sport, golf was. Some states, it's a spring sport. So you had these guys that were playing football, and we would try to get them to come golf. And they were like, oh, no, I'll golf when I'm older. Well, now they're older, they're golfing, and they're like, I wish I would have played in high school.
Yeah, but it's tough to turn away from high school football. It was easy for me because I saw 100 degrees in August summer workouts, and you're competing against, I feel like our high school team had about close to 10 D1 dudes on that roster. I don't think I was competing out there.
Here's my
Well,
what would you have been playing? OL, DL, tight end?
I think I would have gone fullback.
Okay, a little CJ Ham action.
Yeah,
Carter
CJ Ham's a perfect example.
Yeah, Carter Juszczyk.
Now, do you feel like every other kid and you feel confident? You're like, F that. I could play quarterback. Yeah, I would have probably thought that, but this would have never worked because I'm not fast at all. I always wanted to play running back. If I were to ever play, I never played football. Shocking, groundbreaking stuff here. The commenters are going to have a heyday. Never played football, but I always wanted to play running back. I'm not fast. I think I just thought I could run through everybody. Yeah, I probably would have gone fullback, tight end. The problem is, you have to have crazy in you if you want to play one of those positions. I got that.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a very rational being. I don't know if the crazy suits me super well. I'm sure I'm crazy in my own ways. People probably think I'm crazy. Again, the crazy is subjective. But
kicker wouldn't have been bad either. I can kick some field goals. I need to get a video out to you.
You promise me videos all the time, and you don't send videos.
I've been delivering this season.
No, you haven't. I asked for a souvenir cup review at the theater. You send, and I want it posted. You send it to a group chat. I asked for souvenir cup reviews as a running bit on the TikTok. Guess what? I don't think I've seen a single souvenir cup review on our socials. They just get sent privately. The rumors are you're scared to release the cup reviews.
Rumors are definitely true. I'm terrified to release.
Why are you scared? Who cares? Why are you scared to release the cup reviews? I
don't know. Because I can't decide if they're funny or not.
They don't need to be funny. Not all of it. Like, if you release 10 cup reviews and 2 are funny, that's what matters. Not all of our clips hit, but guess what? We still show up here 2 times a week and record the show.
Seems like every Panther clip's just hitting recently.
Yeah, we have an issue. This is we post these videos focused on certain teams, then all of a sudden everything else stinks until we post another a clip or a video that's like, oh, Panthers are going to destroy the Bucks. And then, all of a sudden that gets 300 views. I feel like we're pigeonholing the KarterKast a little bit.
No, I just think
like
it's
Church Ball 2.0.
I think people just like the Panther content.
I don't think the general masses.
You want my honest opinion on why I think the Panther stuff is working?
Why?
Because I think we're one of the only shows mentioning the Panthers, and then we're hitting a select number of Panther fans being like, they get it.
People are looking for it. And then we show up, they watch one Panthers video, and then another one shows up on their suggested feed, and then it just keeps happening and happening and happening.
You're right, though. I feel ashamed of myself I haven't posted these Souvenir Cup reviews. They're somewhere still on my phone. We got a lot of clips going out this week. I think
it's a tough time. This would be the time to post it, though, if you want it to just kind of slide under the radar. No one's going to watch them during Christmas.
Actually, I think that's a lie. People are going to be scrolling.
I don't think people are going to be scrolling during Christmas.
So, okay, this is the question then. I'll post one. We'll do one.
Okay.
I'll let you pick which one you think is the best. We have one from a Panther game. I'm not doing the NC State one. That one was genuinely bad. That was the first one. I have one from I've one from an ECU BYU game. Wicked one's never getting released to the public for legal purposes.
Oh yeah, that one's locked up. We've got a couple locked
that one
up.
Can't be
basement tapes. Yeah, we've got a couple basement tapes.
I feel like I'm missing one. I am going to Hornets Wizards on Tuesday. That could be filmed and just posted immediately from there.
Hear me out. The Wicked Souvenir Cup review, which wasn't even a Souvenir Cup review, it was just a movie theater soda and popcorn review. Maybe we set up memberships. We charge $10 a pop. $10 a month to see the video.
Can I edit one part? Specifically
honestly,
about someone's ham.
I know exactly what you're saying. The video, I'm not even saying the video is worth the $10 even without the ham part. I'm still sniffing Kizzy. I still think it's staged, but it was still worth it.
It was not staged. That was one of the most miserable nights of my life. Okay,
we can't release that video for free.
No, that's behind. That's got to be behind a paywall. We'll figure that part out with the Wicked one. Do you want me to release an older Souvenir Cup review, or do you want me to do one Tuesday night of the Hornets game and release it then? You pick.
Let's do the Hornets game. Let's start fresh. Let's start with one that's freshly recorded. The metadata is all fresh.
And if it does well, I'll throw the old ones up there.
No, I don't think that's how that. I think you're going to have to work on a Rolodex of these Souvenir Cup reviews. And then, like, you can't just release one. Oh, if it hits, we're going to keep doing it. If it doesn't, I mean, Picasso, my guy is over there painting. You think he just stopped after one because it didn't hit?
Okay. So, okay. All right. I'll give you 2.
If you don't succeed, try again.
I'll give you 2.
I think we need more than 2. I think we need 10.
10.
And then we take the average views.
Okay.
And then we decide if we scrap the concept or not. If you want me to, I can put one out there.
Well, let's go 5. 5 average views. If any of them hit, what's a threshold number we want to hit? Like, say on TikTok. Let's go TikTok, for example. What's the number we got to hit?
These aren't going to do as well as our clips, though. That's the problem. People follow us.
No, you never know. So I feel like this is a niche enough thing it could pop off.
10,000 views?
I think 10K is fair.
Okay, so one needs 10,000 views.
If any of them get 10K, now if they're all consistently like, they're all doing okay, like if they're all in the 5. But the problem is we're getting the follower counts going up on the TikTok. I feel like our base is kind of around there.
Yeah, we are. The people are loving the KarterKast. Are a lot more people out there are fully castrated than last season.
That's what I like to hear.
The cast members.
I'll do that then. Working behind the scenes, we're getting the college basketball show thing done correctly this time.
Oh, my gosh.
It's actually getting done correctly. We're putting in some groundwork this week.
Chase?
No.
Jack?
No.
Ben?
No. I like I said, I'm getting true college basketball people.
This cannot be Church Ball 2.0.
No, it will not be. Over half a dozen people have been contacted about this.
Well, okay. That sounds astonishing at first, but then that's a group chat. That's sending out a text in a group chat.
No, it wasn't. It was all individual.
Maybe 2 thumbs up and a ha-ha or something like that.
No, they're real college basketball personalities.
Okay, all right. Well, count me in. I am excited to see. I'm hoping maybe I can learn a little bit about college basketball here.
It's going to be a good show. You just get ready for
I'm not down. I was the first guest. Of course,
you
I
were
believe
the first
in this
guest.
show.
I know. You were on the test episode.
Did Numbies?
No, it didn't.
I don't even remember.
It was awful.
Jack was excited.
It's going to be good. I want to do it right, though. I want to do it right. I want to do it consistently. I want to have enough to talk about. It'll be good. It'll be good. So get ready for KarterKast College Basketball coming to you right before conference play starts.
Very excited. I do have a question so we can hash out the Christmas schedule. So we have this is the last episode for this week.
Yep.
Then we have next week. We're going to record Monday, Tuesday, and we're going to have episodes out before Christmas. If we were going to do Christmas Inside KarterKast, save it for next week?
Yeah, let's save it for next week.
All right. Okay. All right.
I think we got
the people
there.
to look forward to. Can I pick a bone real quick?
Yeah.
So as everyone knows, I'm on Threads, not nearly as active as I was on X, but I post there sometimes. And there are people in my circles are like, oh, and I think you guys insinuate this as well. Dylan got off X because he was getting bullied. He couldn't handle the heat. He couldn't handle the hot takes.
No, I use it I say it for political reasons.
Well, I think there are people out there that think I'm scared of the fire. I'm going to share my screen real quick. This is a graph I posted to Threads today. Basic graph. I posted it almost every week on X. I still do it on Threads. I'm going to share my screen. Simple. Rushing matchups, right? This is it. Dolphins in the top right. Everybody, just by nature, rushing is skewed to not be super explosive. So I'm going to end my screen. This is an actual response I got to that. I will go back.
I'm very curious to see this.
Jeez, there we go.
People are clamoring right now. If you're watching on, if you're listening on audio, I'll keep you. The top comment says, if you're listening on audio, nobody but the Dolphins will have a big rushing week? Question mark. Sounds insane to me. That's a bot.
That's what I am convinced. Well, I don't know if you're giving a bot the name Blaxican. Are you giving a bot that name if you're Zuck?
I don't know if it's a Zuck bot.
This is what I deal with on a daily. These people on Threads are some of the dumbest people I've ever. I'm convinced they're not real.
They're not real. That's not real.
At what point from this graph that it just says the Dolphins have the best rushing matchup? Do you get nobody but the Dolphins will have a big rushing week? Sounds insane to me. No, I'm just saying the Dolphins are the most likely to have a big rushing week. I'm not saying nobody else is going to. Look at the Lions. Look at the Chargers. Look at the Vikings.
Why are you getting worked up about a fake account?
What?
Why are you getting worked up about a fake account?
Because there's a little part in my brain that is like, maybe they're not fake.
They're fake. That's why we need you back on Twitter. We need the junkyard dog back on Twitter.
You talk about fake accounts on X are everywhere.
But no, they're way more real. Trust me,
that's
you felt
true.
it
Now,
from the
that's
BYU
true.
fans.
What'd you say?
You felt it from the BYU fans, and you weren't even on Twitter.
BYU fans. Yeah. Anyway,
Holy,
something like that. Not. Yeah, I am gonna. No,
no. Let's just move on. It's not gonna be worth it. It's over. Pop-Tart Bowl champs incoming.
Would you like to apologize
for what?
Wilkerson ratings. Ratings.
You're
Is that what we decided on? Ratings. Wilkerson ratings. Just yet again correct in every single way. The Texans look amazing, and we're set up for success here. We actually have the Wilkerson ratings Super Bowl on Thursday Night Football.
Let's wait. I'm going to have to wait until the playoffs.
Okay. Well, that's a month away.
Yeah. If you want my apology, it's a month away.
You might run out of time to apologize before then. You might not be given the opportunity to apologize that late.
That's fine. Let's move on quickly. Let's actually talk some football. Mike McDaniel said everything is on the table at the quarterback position after Tua last night. Last night, watching Monday Night Football with the Steelers-Dolphins, one of the most pathetic displays I've seen, not just from Tua and his inability to, make throws outside of scripted plays, more so the fact that there was no urgency when they were down 3 possessions, or even 2 possessions, and the Dolphins were like, yeah, we don't care. Like, even Troy Aikman and Buck were just speechless. They're like, I can't believe what I'm watching here. They're huddling up right now with 10 minutes left in the fourth, down 3 scores. Like, go. I think Mike McDaniel's a great schematic coach, but I mean, maybe it's just he's done with Tua. Maybe it's a Tua thing. I don't know what it is with Miami. But
is it? Oh.
Go ahead.
I don't disagree that at one time he was a great schematic coach, but is there a point to where you rely on the motion so much, you rely on all of these moving pieces on offense? It makes the offense complex, number one, but number two, defenses can catch up to it. Like, it's almost like you have a 2 or 3 year window until defenses can figure out what these new schemes are that McDaniel is implementing, and it's like, oh, okay. So, like, and I'm not trying to make an excuse for Tua, but I think it's you can implement it, and it's the cool thing. It's the flashy thing. Oh, look at how often they're using motion. Even other teams are starting to copy it, and now it's like the novelties ran off.
But I think you're just so limited when you have Tua as your quarterback, and I think you have to try and do some of these weird motions and stuff like that. Like, I don't think there's any other way to work with Tua. I just think it's what it is. And normally, I try to give these quarterbacks the benefit of the doubt. Like, you work with bad offensive lines, you work with bad weapons and dysfunctional organizations and everything. Like, Tua's really had everything in place to be a successful quarterback. You feel like he's had a good schematic head coach. You feel like he's had maybe one of the best running backs in the league with A-Chain. And then also you have Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and you're still not seeing it with this guy. Also, shame on us for not being all in on the Steelers because, 1, they don't lose Monday Night Football home games. 2, the Dolphins in the cold is the easiest bet in the world.
Oh, yeah. This is... You say we weren't all in on the Steelers. I don't know who you're talking about.
We just didn't have time to talk about that game.
Yeah, we didn't get to talk about it. But I was very clear. Now, what I'm interested in is McDaniel said, everything's on the table. If you're the Dolphins, I don't know where they're drafting. What?
Oh, I'm just saying, everything's on the table. I mean, I immediately pinpoint to it's Zach Wilson's season.
I'm looking at the free agents here, and Zach Wilson's on there. He's currently with the Dolphins. I'm assuming you're insinuating that he gets starts moving forward?
I would like to see... My ideal scenario is Zach Wilson starts the last couple weeks of the year and then shows enough flashes to where a team convinces themselves they can do the Daniel Jones approach with Zach Wilson, and we see that same career arc.
If you don't believe in Tua as your quarterback, as of the franchise moving forward, of the future, do you try and do something in this draft? I'm looking at the free agents here. It's not very enticing. Daniel Jones obviously has a pretty big issue he's dealing with right now. Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Mariota, Zach Wilson, Tyrod Taylor, Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Garoppolo. You try Garoppolo. Trey Lance is in that conversation. Malik Willis is in that conversation. Skylar Thompson, bring the boy home.
No, thank you.
It's interesting to think about what the Dolphins are going to do. You think with that offense and that scheme, you probably need someone that can run the ball, and Tua can't. Maybe that helps solve some of the issues here. I think we go a little bit revisionist history, and those years that the Dolphins were competitive, they didn't have the best offensive line, or they had banged up offensive lines. They were always missing something because they overspent somewhere else. They overspent on the wide receiver core, Tyreek Hill, and then it's like the Bengals almost. That is honestly, I just thought of that comparison. That's kind of what I feel. Besides the fact that Miami has a better offensive scheme, it always seems like money was allocated in a very lopsided way.
Yeah, but then it just boils down to, I mean, you throw Joe Burrow on this Dolphins team, you'd probably think they're Super Bowl contenders.
I don't know.
Like with
I don't know about
the healthy Dolphins with Joe Burrow.
I still think the problem is we're looking at two quarterbacks that have hardly ever been healthy enough to play a whole season. I can think of one for Tua and one for Burrow off the top of my head.
And think about when Burrow has been healthy and has been.
But then I don't think he's staying healthy playing on the Dolphins. That's my point. Is the situations around them are so bad.
Actually, I think he would. I mean, the Bengals situation is way worse than Tua's. Tua's been set up to succeed, and he just is. We're done with Tua, right? Like, does another organization talk themselves into the Tua experiment?
Who if he is outside the list of 32 starting quarterbacks in the NFL, who's the one that comes up? Someone in the draft? And is Tua the first one that gets replaced?
No.
So I guess that would be my question, is if you have 32 quarterbacks that are starter worthy, who replaces Tua? Is it Zach Wilson? Is it Gardner Minshew? Who's in the current pool of backup quarterbacks that works their way into that top 32 to bump Tua out?
It would have to be the draft.
And are you trusting that to come out of this draft?
The one nice part about this draft is it's like, look, Fernando Mendoza's probably going to go 1-2, whoever the Jets or Raiders get right there. Like, even if the Dolphins are sitting there at like 12-13 this year in the draft, like, there's going to be a quarterback available to pick right there.
There's going to be quarterbacks available. I don't think this draft is very strong quarterback-wise, though. I think that's my hookup. Also, I want to point out the Miami Dolphins' 29th rated pass-blocking offensive line, Cincinnati Bengals 27th. That's where my issue would be with the Joe Burrow Tua talk. It's tough because Tua's looked bad. This Dolphins team, this iteration of the Dolphins team, cannot play in cold weather. We've seen it over and over again. But I don't know.
But Tua's just so predictable. Like, how many times watching that Steelers game last night did you just, like, it looked like Patrick Queen was just reading him perfectly. It's like, oh, he's going to go to the slant here and not look at any other option, just auto slant. And it looked like they could have picked him off 5 more times. And Dylan's drinking water right now.
Sorry, I'm thirsty. I didn't know how long you'd be going. I don't think you're wrong. This is bad. It's cop out. I think Tua finds I don't think he's ever going to elevate himself into that top tier conversation. Ever since that concussion, and he wasn't very mobile to begin with, but he really limits himself if he has to rely on his arm. And his arms, I'm not going to say it's bad, but it's not Joe Burrow-esque. It's not Drake May-esque. Like, he doesn't have the arm talent.
Bryce Young-esque.
I would say his arm talent is better than Bryce Young's.
Wrong.
Well, of course you're going to say wrong. And the height
Wrong.
advantage Tua.
What else do you want to talk about in the NFL?
This is not what I had in mind, but Joe Burrow slated to play the rest of the season. Why? You have a guy that gets injured seemingly every 5th game, and you're still going to play him even though you're eliminated from playoff contention?
Yeah, I don't get it either. That's definitely a decision from Joe Burrow, where he's just like, I want to play. And if your guy wants to play, I think you let him play. Maybe last week of the season, then it's like, hey, man, we really need to get this draft pick in order, and that's fine. But, essentially, because let's say he took off the rest of the season. I mean, that means he's basically been out of football for what? It'll be a year and a half, like, by the time he plays next. Besides these 2 weeks he's been back, like, I think it's okay. Put him in bubble wrap.
Yeah, okay, that's a fair caveat because I just don't see how you risk him getting injured again after he's been for pointless football.
Yeah, it is pointless football.
This is what I wanted to bring to your attention. Playoff race is pretty not set in stone, but there are a couple moving parts here. I wanted to ask you this question, Carter, because I know you're such a fan of this trend. Out of all of the current projected 6 and 7 seeds, who can win the Super Bowl? Those 6 and 7 seeds are the Bills, Texans, 49ers, Green Bay Packers. Let's say you have to pick one.
I'm going Bills. I'll just give you my order from here. I'd go Bills 1, Niners 2. I actually think I'd go Texans 3, Packers 4.
At this point, we've done this show for so long, we just share the same brain, I think. I think you and I share the same brain.
I'm taking Josh Allen and the Bills. Josh Allen without having to go against the big bad Mahomes or Burrow in these playoffs. I'm comfortable there. The Niners have just looked awesome. Even without Fred Warner, even with all these injuries, it doesn't matter. Yep. And then the Texans, that's the best defense in football, bar none. It's not even a debate anymore, in my opinion. And then the Packers, I just don't believe in this Packers team whatsoever. They're hot and cold. Jordan Love, you're going to get a great game out of Jordan Love. In the next one, he's going to look like a bottom 3 quarterback in the NFL. Micah Parsons being out too, that hurts their pass rush like crazy. I think that's got to be the order. The
Packers, I don't see how they string together three or four games or whatever it is to win the Super Bowl or make the Super Bowl. I'm pretty confident about the Bills being number 1. 49ers, Texans are 2 and 3, and you could put them in any other order, and I'd be okay with it. I'd be okay with 49ers, Texans. I'd be okay with Texans, 49ers. And then Packers are definitely number 4. So, okay.
I don't think that's crazy. I mean, this Texans defense just keeps showing up every week. And the offense is coming along, too.
Let me get this straight. You could have the Bills win the Super Bowl, or the 49ers, maybe the Texans, and maybe the Packers. Carter?
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing here.
Well, you could have any of them win. It's kind of weighing your options. They're all 6, 7 seeds. Carter? Come on.
Your podcast, if you're listening right now, has not stopped. It is just silent with disgust.
It could be the Bills.
It's like the Sydney Sweeney meme, just visible disgust.
I don't think I'm familiar with that one.
Really? That's a very popular
Visible
one.
disgust?
Yeah. She was doing some interview with, I can't remember who.
So no, nothing. I'll go ahead. The Bills are my favorite 6, 7 seed to make the Super Bowl.
All right. What else? What else we got? We got to dive into a bunch of previews. You got anything else before we get into it?
No, that's all I got.
Let's do it. Thursday night, Rams Seahawks. Rams 1.5 point favorite. Over under 44.5. It doesn't look like Devontae Adams is going to be playing in this game. He hasn't been officially ruled out yet, but I would be surprised if he played. Puka looks like he'll be fine. Rams minus 1.5. Games in Seattle. Both are 11-3. This essentially might decide the division. I know the Seahawks have a bit of a tougher schedule to close the year, but you look at their previous meetings. Rams won 21-19. Sam Darnold had 4 interceptions in that game. Dylan, I think you're leaning Seattle in this one if I had to guess.
Why? Why would you guess that?
Because of the number I just read. Sam Darnold, 4 interceptions. You don't think that's a sustainable model going into a Thursday night game on a short week. And the Seahawks are playing at home.
The home does matter. And you had mentioned that this is... I have all the playoff scenarios here. I just got to find them real quick. Seahawks clinch a playoff berth if they win. Or Detroit loses. Rams are obviously in. What do I think? Here's where I'm going to go with this. Wilkerson ratings. This is the Wilkerson ratings Super Bowl. These are the top 2 teams in the Wilkerson ratings. The Rams just barely on a neutral field edge out the Seahawks by 0.5 point. Just barely. The Rams generating pressure on 36.1% of dropbacks this season, the 9th highest rate, and they boast a almost 51% offensive success rate, the highest rate in a single season in the next-gen stats era. Now, obviously, the season's not over, but I do think that's important to note. We look at the Seahawks, and I think over the course of the last month, a lot of their success, you look at a lot of these high-scoring games, it's coming off of the backs of defensive touchdowns, special teams touchdowns, plays that are not sustainable. And for that reason, I think the Rams win this game. On the quest to be the number 1 seed.
So I'm trying to get the numbers pulled up here, Dylan. Do you mind adding some more context here? I need to get these official numbers.
The Rams are also, despite being one of the best teams in professional football, 22nd in Action Network's luck rankings, while the Seahawks are 10th. Further confirming my assertion of Rams big here, just like last week against the Lions. Is that enough time?
Yeah, it's not going to give me the exact number. It's okay. I'm pretty sure this is it, but I'm going Rams.
Oh my gosh.
And you're like, oh, shocker, Carter's in on the Rams. He's been on the Rams all season. Of course he's going to be the Rams. That's a square play. Dylan, I reminded you. I told you. We set a reminder for this game in week 16. Do you remember what that reminder was?
No.
Sam Darnold cannot win against Sean McVay. Sean McVay owns Sam Darnold. He can't win in these games. He owns them. Sean McVay has a weird way of making Sam Darnold see ghosts in these spots. I'm going with the Rams over the Seahawks. Look, is Darnold going to throw 4 interceptions again like he did earlier in the season? No. But I also think the Rams are going to have a better offensive performance in this spot as well. I do think Darnold throws a pick or two in this spot, but also Devontae Adams, not a great game last time they played the Seahawks. Only 1 reception for a yard. Doesn't matter. Even if he's out, I don't care. They still have Puka Nacua, who's the best wide receiver in football right now. Give me this. Give me the Rams. Rams win this game.
You almost said give me the Seahawks.
Give me the Rams.
You almost said it.
No, I got Matthew Stafford on the brain.
Oh, give me Stafford. Give me Stafford.
Give me the Rams over the Seahawks. They win the division. They clinch it. I don't think they clinch it if they win this game. I think they have to technically win one more after this, but which will be fine. They're going to do it. They're going to get the 1 seed, and the Rams are going to be playing in the Super Bowl.
2 great defenses.
What an awesome Thursday night game.
Very good Thursday night game. This is fantasy football playoffs are going on right now. You don't want to start any guys on these teams, I don't think.
You don't have a choice. If you got Puka Nacua, you're starting him, and you're going to be fine.
I will go. I will bear the weight of the world on my shoulders, and I will say, do not start Puka Nacua.
Stop.
Do not start Puka Nacua this week in your fantasy football leagues.
All right. So Rams.
Give me Rams. Give me Rams or give me death.
Bears, Packers minus 1.5. Saturday football's back. We've got the college football playoff going on all day, and then we got the NFL in the afternoon and night. I don't know how I feel about this. I think it's fine. I kind of like college football being standalone, but guess what? I get we have multi-views now. We have multiple screens. TVs are cheap. We can watch both these games. It's very accessible now. Green Bay minus 1.5. Over under 46.5 games at Soldier Field. Look, this was a fraud off a couple weeks ago, and I still think it's another fraud off this week.
So who is less fraudy? We found out the last matchup, the Packers might be less fraudy. Who do we find out this week is less fraudy?
I still think the Packers.
Oh, I hate this. I hate doing the show when Connor's not here.
Because we agree?
We're just agreeing on everything. It's just one big yes man. One big yes man.
We'll get to some games later. I don't think so. But, yeah, I'm going Packers here. I understand this game's at Soldier Field and everything, but just when the Bears have to go against these tougher opponents, I understand they want at the Eagles. Go watch some Eagles football right now and talk and really assess yourself after that. It's they played the Packers last time 28-21. It wasn't really that close. Caleb Williams didn't play a great game. I think we see a very similar performance of last time. If we saw the exact same game this time, I really wouldn't be surprised. I know that's not breaking news. I know that's bad analysis of a game, but Like, the only difference in this one is no Micah Parsons, and I still don't think that's going to matter.
No, I don't think so either. And I think what this comes down to is I trust the Packers to be able to shut down whatever semblance of Bears rush game is going to happen here and make Caleb Williams do it in the air. And if you make him do it in the air in freezing cold Chicago, it's tough to say you trust Jordan Love more at this point, but I definitely don't think Caleb Williams is going to get it done.
I don't either. I think Josh Jacobs has a big game in this one. Give me the Packers.
Give me Packers 5-star.
Oh!
Multiple 5 stars this week, by the way.
Oh! We'll have to hear all of them at the end of the show if we don't go through those games. Let's move on.
Is this the best weekend for football?
It's pretty darn close.
Okay.
Yeah, it might be.
Friday, Saturday NFL, that was news to me today. Not just now, but I found that out earlier today when I was doing some work stuff.
An
then
elite
Sunday.
Thursday night game, an awesome Friday night college football playoff game. We got the noon Miami Texas A&M game. Then it rolls into Eagles Commanders, Packers Bears, and you got the other college football playoff games in there as well. Sunday, at your regular NFL slate, even though there are some pretty solid games in that slate. It's a good argument.
It's a very good lineup. A very good lineup. Also, real quick to put a bow on the Packers are number 1 in third down EPA per play, 0.33 EPA per play on third down. Packers.
Moving on. Probably the only relevant 1:00 game has to be Bucks Panthers. And I'm not even trying to do the joke of this is for the division at this point. Panthers Bucks. One of these teams has to sweep the other. I'm not fully aware of how the tiebreakers shake out. I think there's some different variables at play, what happens in between. But
yep.
If either of these teams sweep each other, that's it. The divisions are theirs. It's at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. It's going to be a beautiful day there in Charlotte, Dylan. It's going to be in the mid-60s in Charlotte at kickoff. Not quite.
Possibly?
65. 65. Tampa, -3, over under 45.5. These teams have not faced off yet this year. Both 7-7. Dylan, where are we going?
Can I ask you a question as a Panthers fan?
Go for it.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the second worst red zone touch. Okay, we're gonna start that over.
You got a stroke? You good?
We're gonna start that over.
Okay.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the second worst red zone touchdown rate allowed.
Okay.
72.2% red zone trips end up in touchdowns. As a Panthers fan, that's a good stat for you guys.
Very good.
Do you think the Panthers can get to the red zone?
Yeah, I actually do in this game. I think there's going to be a ton of points. Spoiler alert, my parlay picks the over in this game. I think there's going to be a lot of points.
Really?
You know what, Dylan? You know what would solve a lot of the Panthers' problems this year? And I actually, this is not a joke. It's going to sound like a half-baked idea, but it's just not. And it would solve, I think it's the difference in 2 wins for the Panthers this year.
2 inches.
In a way, yes. 2 inches is a ton, though.
That's a lot of inches. In Bryce Young's height?
No. Well, somewhat in that respect. We saw the Steelers do it last night with Connor Haywood, or whatever. Why can't you just push your tight end?
I've been on this trend, Carter. I've been saying this.
We've both been, but I just don't understand. If you're the Carolina Panthers, when you have Bryce Young who weighs $180 or something like that, put Tommy Tremble under there and start pushing him. If you struggle on short yardage situations right now, just throw Tommy Tremble in there and shove him across. You can figure it out. Work on that in practice. Why isn't every team doing it? Why is Mike Tomlin the first one to figure this out and have these tight ends do this? I know other teams have done it, but why isn't everybody doing it at this point? The Panthers are notorious in struggling in these short yardage situations. You can't use Bryce Young in a QB sneak because then you become super predictable. It's either a Chuba Hubbard fullback dive or a Rico Dowdle run up the middle. You become so predictable. You throw Tommy Tremble in there. You can be predictable because you're going to get that yard at that point. It doesn't make any sense. That is the difference between 2 wins. If the Panthers win in short yardage situations in that Saints game, you don't have to worry about the late penalties or anything like that because you get them on 4th down. You would have converted those and won the game right there. That is a 2-win difference right there if they start QB sneaking and tush pushing Tommy Tremble.
How? Does Bryce Young being small not work to his advantage in the tush push? Like, I feel like he just kind of find a crack and just work his way in there.
I mean, I think he'd be fine, but it's also like I just don't want to. You don't want to break your quarterback, because if he gets at the bottom of a dog pile like that and gets shoved, like, is he going to break his back?
He is a very fragile man. That's true.
Like, you can't throw Aaron Rodgers. If you throw Aaron Rodgers in that situation, you're like, oh my gosh, he might crack in half.
It's like the old cartoon animation. It like poofs into dust, and he's like, poof, and you got a little dust cloud.
That's the exact thought I had. I'm not gonna lie.
The Seahawks do this with A.J. Barner, and I think the Chargers do it with Gadsden or somebody. There are a few teams that will use the tush push with their tight ends, which is brilliant. You just get your biggest. I don't know why we're not going bigger. That's my hot take. Go offensive lineman. Bring one that's on the bench.
Tristan Wirfs in there for the Bucs and have him do it.
Why is healthy Joe Alt not sneaking the ball? That's my question.
But that's a whole nother point. This game, Bucs-Panthers, who you got?
I really don't want to do this.
I don't want to do it either.
I don't want to do it, Carter, because here's the thing, and this is an issue I have. I think I really don't want to see you and Connor happy.
Dylan, I got
with
bad
regards
news.
to your football teams.
I got really bad news.
What?
I love the Panthers this week.
I love them too. I love them this week. And I think this is still. You go ahead. You go ahead.
I was going to say. Well, I was just going to say they can win this week and still not make the playoffs. And I feel like
that's true.
I feel like this is just setting up for the ultimate season of heartbreak for me, where BYU barely misses out, the Panthers barely miss out, and I just, I'm sitting here with blue balls at the end of the football season.
You guys have to sweep them, because Tampa Bay currently owns the tiebreaker, record over common opponents, and then you guys play the Seahawks. And do they play the Saints again?
Dolphins.
Dolphins. So you guys almost have to sweep them to get in, essentially. But I do think you guys win this one. I think the Buccaneers are still super overvalued in the market, even after that Falcons loss, and that Falcons loss tells us a lot about this Tampa Bay team. I still think they're overvalued. If you can get into the red zone, you have plenty of opportunities to capitalize on that. I think you win this one. Let's see what kind of conversation we're having in Week 18.
I agree. I think it's the same thing. And I'm not even Dylan, I think I've been kind of on the money in these Panther previews this year.
Outside of the whole Bryce Young quarterback of the future thing, when we talk about the actual games and you give predictions, you've been pretty good.
Oh, come on. He is the quarterback of the future. I genuinely, he is the quarterback of the future of this franchise, and we're going to be just fine.
All right. We'll revisit this.
I think Rico's going to have a big game. Big game. Rico, and if you know what I like in this one? Tetaroa McMillan.
I'm going to go on record, another fantasy football minute, and advise people pick up another wide receiver from the Carolina Panthers.
Jalen Coker.
It is Cokeheads Assemble. Jalen Coker. I've personally picked him up in a fantasy league where I'm in the playoffs. I think Jalen Coker has a big game. Tampa Bay and Panthers. Looking at rushing matchups, passing matchups. Tampa Bay's up there. Yeah, give me Jalen Coker.
I love it. I mean, Cokeheads unite. You know how I am. I'm a big-time Cokehead, so I love it. Don't
Shout
put that on a
Coca-Cola.
quote card. Yeah. And you know what? You can put it on a quote card. I don't care. If you don't understand the context, it's your fault. Let's move
go
on.
ahead, cancel me. I don't care.
Yeah. 4:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Broncos-Jags? Denver
we
-3?
can sit here and we can trash on the NFL all we want. It feels like it's been a pretty slow year, but who would have thought half of these games that are meaningful right now were going to be meaningful at the beginning of the year?
I think that's how it always goes, though, because all of a sudden, imagine thinking like a Commanders game would have mattered at the end of last season.
That's true. Or thinking that a Chiefs game wouldn't matter on Christmas.
And that's very true. But we got Jags, Broncos, Denver -3, over under 45.5 in this one. Connor took Jags +3 for the parlay.
Surely that has nothing to do with him being a
non-believer?
Bo Nix hater, right?
What's the? We need to come up with an atheist group for Bo Nix deniers.
I was trying to think of that.
No, because agnostic would mean you are indifferent about Bo Nix. You have to be staunch against.
Agnostic means that there is a Bo Nix out there, but you don't think Bo Nix is Bo Nix. There is a God out there. There is a good quarterback out there. It's just not Bo Nix.
I think he's agnostic towards Bryce Young. Not. I mean, Connor and I think are both Bo Nix atheists.
Bo Nix atheist.
We'll come up with a good name. We'll get our graphics
my
team on
wheels
that
are turning now. What's the pagan? Pagan? No, that's not.
We'll figure it out.
That's close to a slur.
Yeah. So we avoid slurs on this podcast. Let's talk about the Jags. Did they win this one in Mile High?
This is purely a luck rankings play. Broncos still sit atop of Action Network's luck rankings. I will look for every which way to fade teams at the top of that list. Therefore, I love Connor's parlay pick of +3. I've bet it myself.
Ooh,
You're like a little wolf right there. You sound like a little wolf.
Go Gasparilla Bowl. Shout out the pack. The interesting part about this game is both these defenses, like you said, like with the luck rankings, a lot of that stems from takeaways on the defensive side of the ball. These teams are both very high in takeaways. Both these quarterbacks have a tendency to throw some pretty stupid passes, and we could see a lot of interceptions in this game. It's kind of like how we talked about Miami and Texas A&M in the last episode. If you didn't go check it out, go check that out. But where it's like Marcel Reed versus Carson Beck, like which quarterback's just going to be dumber in this game? And that's a brutal pick between these two.
It's funny we're talking about which quarterback is going to be dumber, and these are two teams that are almost securely in the playoffs.
I know, and then it's still like if I told you and said Trevor Lawrence and Bo Nix each threw 4 interceptions on Sunday, would you be the least bit surprised?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
I get whiplash back and forth.
I'm going to be honest. I'm just going to cop out here. I can't pick the Broncos right. They're like my Georgia Bulldogs of college football, where every time I pick for them or against them, I'm wrong. The Jaguars, I can't get a read on this team either. I'm just going to ride the parlay pick with Jags +3. I'm a company man.
Have we agreed on everything? I think we've agreed on every single pick so far.
We've agreed on everything so far. Let's quickly move on because we got to get out of here. We're on time crunch. Steelers, Lions, 425. Lions -7 on the road. Ford Field, over under 51.5. Dylan, spoiler alert. I love the Lions in this one. I think Lions win big.
I cop out. I have no feel for this game. I don't know what we're going to do.
I think we get the Steelers on a short week. Steelers on the road away from home.
Oh, you're so right.
And it's Jared Goff in a dome. We must not forget that. I think this line. Now, does this mean this Lions team goes to the playoffs? Does this mean the Steelers don't win? Because also, this game really doesn't matter as much for the Steelers. The only game that matters for the Steelers the rest of the way is the Ravens game. All they have to do is win that Ravens game. Boom, they're in. So the Lions are playing for their playoff lives in this one. I think Dan Campbell runs it up on this Steelers team. It doesn't make me feel any different about either of these teams in the result. I'm going Lions big. I think Lions win like 38, like 19 type win.
You have talked me into the Lions.
I love the Lions -7 in this one. I think if you take any Lions player you have in your playoffs, they're going to win you your league in this game. I think they go bananas.
That I don't know.
I think you're getting a little miscued.
Maybe running backs.
Let's just hold off. Let's just wait because you got to talk about the Steelers team not playing at the. I always want to say Heinz Field. I don't even know what the effing name is their field.
Acrisure.
No, it's not. It's Heinz Field.
Yes,
it's
Heinz
still
Field.
Heinz. That's one of I usually am good about keeping up with the stadium names whenever they switch and everything. The Steelers one is physically impossible because it was so ingrained of Heinz Field. I just can't. Even Arrowhead, you can still be like, oh yeah, everyone knows it's Gay Ha Field or whatever.
Wow.
But the Steelers, I physically can't get over not calling it Heinz Field. Maybe it's because just the new name's so bad.
Where do the Denver Broncos play?
Empower at Mile High.
Oh, dang it. Thought I got you there. Thought I got you with the Denver Broncos.
That took me a minute, too, to be honest. But it wasn't like Sports Authority or something before.
Oh, I don't even know.
Yeah. Anyhow. Give me Lions. Lions big. Pats, Ravens, Sunday Night Football. M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Baltimore, -3. Baltimore also playing for playoff lives here. Pats going for the 1 seed in the AFC. Over under 48.5 in this one. Pats coming off that choke job against the Bills. Ravens coming off a shutout. Dylan, where are we going?
I was very excited. Before I knew what the line was, Wilkerson Ratings had this as a pick'em. And I was like, oh, there's absolutely. I hope I have something here no one else has. And the Panthers are like, or I'm sorry, not the Panthers. The Ravens are a 3-point underdog. Whew. Yeah, referee. It comes out what the Ravens are 2.5-point favorites. That tells you everything you need to know. Everything.
It kind of does tell you everything you need to know in this spot. And I like Drake May. I think Drake May is definitely a top 5 quarterback in this league. He's unbelievable. Now, we'll go top 5. I'm willing to go top 5, top 6 at least. Anyhow, besides the point, couldn't you see this being a thing where the Pats are, they have a great record, they win their division, but they're on the decline going into the playoffs, and it just feels obvious this team's headed in the wrong direction.
Yep, almost like someone was saying they've been schedule merchants all year. I don't know who said that, but
I just think you have to call the Seahawks schedule merchants too. You do. You do. Anyhow, I'm with you. Just in lockstep here, Dylan. I mean,
this is I mean, every single game.
Yeah, we should just have what was it? The Jim Carrey movie, Yes Man. That should just be the thumbnail.
Say yes
for this
to everything.
Episode. Yes. That should just be the thumbnail for this episode, as a Photoshop of you and me as Jim Carrey and Yes Man, because we're agreeing on everything here. Give me the Ravens. I think I'm curious to see this Ravens defense. Like, I'm curious to see if Drake May can expose this Ravens defense in the spot. I don't believe he can do it on the road, and I'm gonna back Harbaugh in Baltimore here. Not great analysis, I know. I'm sorry, fellas.
That's okay. I think, honestly, if you want to cut it short at why are the Ravens -2.5, that's all you need.
All right. 49ers, Colts, quickly. Niners -6.5, over under 46.5. Does the Phillip Rivers fairy tale tour continue, or does it just get absolutely obliterated by this Niners team? Because I could see both happening.
No. I don't even think it really started, did it? We counted it starting last week?
I think
it wasn't bad.
I think him throwing a touchdown and, taking the lead with a minute to go, basically, or a minute 30 left in the game, constitutes the fairy tale tour. That was impressive. At 44 years old, not playing football for 3-4 years, and you come back on the road in Seattle, and you just learn the playbook on Tuesday, I think that's pretty impressive.
Well, then I think it stops. I think the 49ers are able to actually score a touchdown, unlike the Seahawks, and I think they take care of the Colts here. I think the defense makes it really rough too, but the offense, they can run the ball. Seahawks have had trouble running the ball recently. 49ers, if McCaffrey's healthy, they're going to be able to move the ball. So, 49ers.
100% agree. I think this is a bloodbath.
Oh, my gosh.
This is a big-time McCaffrey game. This is going to be a game where everyone's sitting there with their fantasy playoffs. They go, okay, I'm good. I'm going to advance in my league as long as McCaffrey doesn't have 33 points tonight. You're like, I wouldn't feel comfortable then.
Yep. Jeez.
Yeah.
This is bad. This is
really bad.
Do we have any more other games to talk about?
No, give me your 5-star. See if I can disagree with the 5-star.
Packers was the first one we already talked about, and I have one more. Dolphins over the Bengals.
I have no opinion on that game whatsoever.
Yep. Dolphins over the Bengals and Miami. Bengals are checked out. I've seen a lot of Zach Taylor hate online. Give me the Dolphins. I think that's all for the 5 stars. Yeah.
You know it's going to be a sneaky fun game I like on Sunday?
Chargers Cowboys?
No.
Vikings Giants?
Yes. I think that's going to be I could be talked into that. I just
Okay.
think the quarterback matchup's kind of fascinating for that one. Little Dart versus JJ. I'm curious
Yeah.
to see that.
Okay. Just interesting. Okay. All right.
Yeah, what?
No, nothing. 9.
Yeah,
9.
9.
I took
9.
the over in that game. I think it's going to be high scoring.
I could be talked into that. Parlay picks. Connors Jags +3. I'm going Panthers Bucks over. Dylan, what's your pick?
Can I go Saturday?
Yeah.
Packers money line.
Oh, I love it. That is a
This is
money
it.
parlay. That's a money parlay. Then we get back to being in the green. At least I think. I hope. I don't think
Yeah.
we're actually in the green, even if we hit this one. I think we're gonna have to close the season like undefeated. But either way,
Yep.
this one's hitting. That's all that matters. Make sure to tune in, or make sure to take that parlay. Dylan, I'm running out of gas here. You gotta help me.
Long week. Long week.
Long week of work. Long week of, doing pods. College basketball's coming to a close. We get a little break from college basketball for a minute, going into
What's that
conference
mean?
play.
They stop?
Basically over the next 2 weeks.
Football
Which I'm
doesn't
okay
really
with.
Stop. Okay.
I'm okay with. I need a little sitter. I want to watch some football. I want to enjoy Christmas. Get some Snoopy going, huh?
You a Snoopy guy?
I don't I wouldn't go out of my way for it, but I don't dislike it.
The Christmas movie conversations have been ramping up at family gatherings now, and it just and I understand you don't agree with me, but way too much Christmas Story slander gets thrown around this time of year. And Watch
movie sucks.
Mojo had it ranked the number 2 Christmas movie of all time. So
Watch Mojo also said I was going to come up with something that was just a blatant lie. I was just going to say a blatant
you're
lie.
gonna lie on the show, huh? Spread
I was gonna
misinformation
I was going to say
intentionally.
something like Watch Mojo also said but I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
Good.
We're not getting sued on this show.
Number 2.
Question. Can we go a little inside KarterKast to close the show?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we're coming up on the hour mark, so we're fine.
You know what? Hey, if you're watching the show, lean back with me here. Let's sit back and talk a little. This is what I needed today, Carter. Let's sit back and talk a little inside KarterKast.
I'm exhausted. I love how the show we just completely dove away from football so fast.
We'll see the little retention graph.
So, bunch of family coming in for Christmas. 20 plus people in the immediate family now. It's a nightmare. We're going to the movies on Christmas. There's 3 options.
What is up with you guys going to the movies on holidays?
I don't like it. I'm not here for it. This is just
Say
things
no,
I get dragged to.
Carter. You're the patriarch. Say no. My wife and I are not going to the movies. Is it your family?
No, it's my family. I'm in North Carolina all
Then
Christmas.
say no.
The tickets tickets keep getting bought
Okay.
without my consent.
You can't do that. Tickets are what? $10 to go see a movie? Say, hey, I'll eat the cost. We're not going to the movie.
That's a good point.
You're acting like these are $50 tickets.
They weren't. I think they were like 18. It's the nice theater.
What are you going to see on Christmas?
So the 3 options are either Elf.
Oh, so you're not even seeing a new movie?
No. It's all just old Christmas movies. It's a Wonderful Life.
Okay.
Just wait for the 3rd option.
Okay.
An Elf sing-along.
Is it a private viewing for your family?
No, those are just 3 options you can do. We're all splitting up, going to different movies. Isn't that?
Then what's the point of going to the movies together?
Because I guess because there's kids there's toddlers and kids in the family now. So some people might want to go to the Elf sing-along. Some might want to go to It's a Wonderful. I just want to watch football and basketball and chill at home. It's Christmas.
Dude, how do you end up in these situations? So what are you and Justine going to do? Are you guys going separate?
I don't know. I think I'm going, and I'm just going to eat it. Hopefully, I think it's during the Chiefs-Broncos game.
I'm saying, what movie do you want to see when you go? Yeah, you've made it very clear that you are going to see a movie on Christmas Day.
I'll go
the
It's
cost
a
of the
Wonderful
ticket
Life.
is too much to overcome.
It's a Wonderful Life. I don't want to, because also with the elf sing-along, I could also see myself going into a situation where I'm dumb enough that I end up walking into the I buy a ticket for regular elf and I accidentally walk into the elf sing-along, and that would just be a full-blown disaster.
So you're going It's a Wonderful Life. You're planning on using it as nap time.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what you're doing. The movie's nap time.
I'm paying $15 for popcorn, and paying way more for if you add on the popcorn. I'm paying $15 to take a nap in a different place. That's not my house.
Can I go a little more inside KarterKast with you?
Let's do it.
Abby and I went to see Five Nights at Freddy's 2 2 weeks ago. Last week, 2 weeks ago.
Was it good?
It was all right. I'm not a fan of jump scares. I think jump scares are a very cheap, lowbrow way of scaring people in horror films. I think there's other ways you can do that. Psychological horror, suspense. Jump scares are very cheap, and I very much look down upon jump scares.
I'm with you.
A lot of, like 12 jump scares in the movie, so that automatically puts a bad taste in my mouth. But the movie ended on an interesting cliffhanger. It's so much of a cliffhanger that it happened, and I thought we had an hour left of the movie. So if that's any testament. But we have to have a serious talk about movie theater etiquette, because these young teenagers are just making comments at every part of the movie whenever there's any type of silence. We can't be. I had girls kicking our seats every time there was a jump scare. There, every single time there's a jump scare.
I think you kind of sign up for that going into a horror movie.
Laughs,
scares. I think all kinds of noises are just acceptable in horror movies.
All kinds of noises.
Most kinds of noises.
See, I don't think that's it at all. You can. That's what you can do. That's all the noise I should hear in the movie theater during a scary movie. Maybe a
I think I don't.
laughs. This isn't SpongeBob movie.
But I'm with you on the seat kicking and crap like that. I've been getting that recently too.
It's like, I don't understand. I think it's a generational thing.
And then like the texting in the theaters, like everyone's like people like you.
That doesn't bother me.
But like people would have shame being on their phones in during movies. Now it's just like blatant. Like I've seen people scroll TikTok in the middle of a dark theater, like full brightness. I'm like, okay,
yeah, that's tough. The full brightness they're dopamine maxing.
It's insane. It's actually insane. The teenagers
I can't watch
are
my
on
movie without my Subway Surfers in the background.
Did we ever talk about the Barbie movie on this show?
I've seen it, so I'm.
No,
when
I went
22.
The story about when I went and saw it.
I don't know. Start telling it, maybe it'll come back.
I'll tell it for new listeners of the show if we haven't done it, and then we'll get out of here. It was sometime in the summer the movie came out. I had awesome tickets to an MLS game, Real Salt Lake, like sweet tickets, front row, the whole 9 yards. It was awesome. And then storm starts coming through. This game's getting ready to get rained out. I'm like, screw this. I'm not waiting for this. Whatever. We walk out. Game ends up getting postponed, and Justine goes, "Hey, there's a movie theater across the street. We can just go see a movie." I'm like, all right, that's fine. Like, whatever. Like, I was upset. Didn't get to see the soccer game. It's like, whatever. That's fine.
Good husband.
Yeah, we move on, though. And we walk in, and they go, the only movie playing right now, only tickets available are for Barbie. I'm like, oh, my gosh. I guess. So I went from going to a sweet soccer game with awesome tickets and everything to ending up in a rainstorm going to see Barbie. Bad night already. But everything turned around. Barbie movie was whatever. It was fine. I don't really care about the Barbie movie. In the scene where the mom in the Barbie movie is like giving her inspirational speech, like women are awesome and all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Dead silent in the theater. Everyone had great etiquette until then. And then in the middle of that speech, you just hear the loudest fart I've ever heard in my life, and the theater just erupts in laughing. It was hilarious. I'll never forget that moment for the rest of my life.
So everything was good then? You were good with missing the game to go see Barbie after the fart?
It was worth it for that moment, yeah. But what made me think of it was some like TikTok kid from Utah That was definitely in high school. Just ripped the
Oh,
loudest.
he did it on
fart.
purpose.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was definitely.
Oh, it was on purpose. We've definitely had a conversation about TikTok kids. There's a clip somewhere. We've definitely talked about TikTok kids, and maybe it was because of that story.
It's awful in Utah, man. Like whenever I was living out in Utah, and like I'd walk into like In-N-Out or like McDonald's or something, or go to the store. Just like, dude, if I just don't. My biggest fear is just ending up. Really, this is one of my biggest fears. Is ending up in the background of a TikTok looking like weird or extremely fat.
Oh, if I was scrolling TikTok
and
I just saw
see
you
me
in the
sitting there just like
background.
pissed off because you see me like when I'm just like hanging around like not on this podcast, I usually kind of look pissed off for some reason. I just look pissed off and fat in the background of like a TikTok of two girls dancing, just like, eh.
That's
It almost
so
happened.
funny.
Madison Square Garden, these girls were doing TikToks. I was like, I waited until they were getting ready to do another take. I said, I'm not walking through this because this one, it might have been a viral TikTok. I was not about to be in the background of that one. And I was pissed off that day, too.
Oh, man, that's funny. What a way to end the show.
Now
Now I just can't get over scrolling on TikTok and seeing Karter in the background, just a random TikTok.
It's going to happen eventually.
I mean, at some point we all are, aren't we?
Yeah, eventually.
We were never
like,
supposed.
You're going to be sitting there at Target, and you're going to be like, oh, do I really want Oreos? And then it's just you look 2 steps left, and someone's filming a TikTok dance right next to you. You're like, ugh.
And they catch your Oreo existential crisis in
Yeah,
the background.
Yep.
Oh, man. That's funny. That's good.
Download SeatGeek. Use code KarterKast. $20 off your first purchase. $50 minimum purchase required. Create an account. Super easy. Great gifts for the holidays. I'll be using SeatGeek to go to Hornets Wizards, where I will be doing a souvenir cup review at the
Need
game.
it.
I will be doing it.
Need it.
Download SeatGeek. Use code KarterKast. $20 off. At KarterKast on everything. At KarterBA. At Wilkerson. At Dylan on Threads. Shout out. At Connor_Spirit, even though he's not here and may never be here again. Who knows? You know, that's how the cookie crumbles, I guess. Exactly. Who? Subscribe on the YouTube channel. 5-star review wherever you're listening. We'll see y'all next time.